The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus on Reading 5 minutes, published 11.02. 2019 updated 4.12. 2022. Cargo 200 is a Balabanov movie that is hard to watch and understand. However, the same was the case with his immortal Stalker. It is noteworthy that the plot is based on real events. To begin with, let's briefly recall the plot, and after that we will proceed to the parsing of the meaning of the movie, Cargo 200. Sit back, it will be interesting. The plot of the movie Cargo 200. The movie starts in 1984 and affects three cities, Leninsk, Nizhny Volok and Leningrad. By the way, at the time of the beginning of the movie, the war in Afghanistan is in full swing. Getting acquainted with the characters begins quite normally. Artem Kazakov goes to his mother, and on the way he decides to visit his brother Mikhail, who complains about his son's dissolute lifestyle. Here Artem also gets acquainted with the young man of his niece Lisa, Valery. The plot begins to develop with Lisa's refusal to go with Valera to the disco. Therefore, the young man goes there alone. There he meets Lisa's friend Angelica. At this time, Artem goes to Leninsk, but on the way his car breaks down. He is looking for help, and stumbles upon Alexei's farm, who is now making moonshine. Later Valera and Angelica arrive there. It is here that we first get acquainted with a monster in a human body, Police Captain Jurov. First he kills a Vietnamese man Sunka, who tried to save Angelica from Alexei's molestations. Later Jurov rapes the girl with a bottle and kidnaps her. Next, he brings Angelica to his apartment, leaving her with his crazy mom. The old woman thinks that the girl is her son's fiancée. The kidnapped tries to intimidate the maniac with her father with connections, her fiancé, who is serving in Afghanistan, but Jurov does not listen to her. Jurov is assigned to assist the funeral team of soldiers killed in Afghanistan, among whom Angelica's fiancé turns out to be. The captain takes the body to his apartment, and puts it next to the girl, which leads her to indescribable horror. The captain does not stop there. He brings a prisoner into the apartment to abuse the girl. After the abuse, Jurov kills him as well. At the same time, Sunka's murder is being investigated and Alexei's guilt is established. The fact is that no one can stand up for him. He is sentenced to death by firing squad. Alexei is simply killed by a shot in the back of the head as he walks down the prison corridor accompanied by a convoy. Alexei's wife Antonina knows who is responsible for her husband's death. She finds a shotgun, and goes to Jurov's apartment. She quickly kills the policeman, but does not want to help Angelica, and quickly leaves the apartment. Jurov's mother does not pay attention to the three corpses and Angelica crying, continuing to watch TV, where they show the next meeting of the Central Committee of the CPSU. The film ends with Artem going to the temple to be baptized. And Valera gets acquainted with Artem's son Slava at a concert of the band Kino. The young guys decide to become partners, since soon the time of big earnings will come. The meaning of the movie, Cargo 200. The meaning of the movie, Cargo 200, is the complete hopelessness and hopelessness of the life of a particular person, Angelica, and the entire Soviet people. Cargo 200 came out in 2007, and this is not accidental. Balabanov chose the story of a maniac from the USSR for a reason. On the eve of the global crisis in Russia was another wave of romanticization of the Soviet era. Therefore, the director decided to show the audience the other side of the USSR. Angelica here personifies all the people of the USSR, which was enveloped by hopelessness. Jurov, after all, must stand guard of order, and not do terrible things and use his official position. The girl is caught in a terrible situation, and most likely there is no way out of it. The corpses that surround her are a metaphor for a decayed society that could still be saved, but now there isn't. It is easy for the police to use violence and murder to show their superiority and right to use force. But ordinary people have a hard time, because no one will protect them. We see this in the example of the alcoholic Alexei. The director wanted and showed the presence of lawlessness in the USSR, which was not customary to talk about. The ending also shows us that in this world everyone is for himself. For example, Valera, who sympathized with Angelica, has already forgotten about her existence. Now he is only interested in his future. Write in the comments your thoughts on the meaning of the movie, Cargo 200, we will be interested to read. And that's all for now. So have a peaceful sky above your head and see you soon on the pages of our articles. Admin.